I will be showing you how to submit a catch return for your crab and lobster permit. First, log into the permit database. Once you've logged in, your dashboard will appear, also known as the portal home. This displays all your permits and their details, including if any catch returns are missing. To submit a catch return, on the side panel, click on the Catch Returns tab. From here, click on the permit that you want to add returns for, in this case, your crab and lobster permit. It will then show you the status of your returns over the past months, whether you have submitted data for that month, whether you have submitted a nil return, if you've started entering data but not yet submitted it, or if you're overdue and late submitting a return. For the purpose of this example, we will be submitting a catch return for the month of May. Once you've selected that month, a calendar will appear and you will select the days that you fished during that period. Once you've selected the days, click Next. You are unable to submit your catch return until all the necessary data is filled in. To select the area you fished, click the button and it will take you to an interactive map of the district. From here, you'll be able to select the area you fished by hovering over and clicking. You can select multiple areas at once. Once you've selected an area, it will appear on the right-hand side. If you accidentally select the wrong area, you can delete this by reselecting the area. There are some areas with smaller sections. Whilst hovering over these areas, a magnifying glass will appear, and if clicked on, the image will expand, allowing you to correctly select the area that you fished. Northwest IFCA do not record offshore data, but for your own interest, you're able to select offshore as an option, so you have a record of when you have fished inshore and offshore. If you have only fished in one area for the whole month, then you are able to select Apply to all selected dates that do not have an area set. And when clicking Next, it applies that area to all the dates that you have fished that month. Once you've selected the areas that you fished for that month, you are then able to enter your catch return data. You'll be unable to submit your return until all this data is added. Once you have clicked the Enter Catch Return Data button, it will then list all the days that you have fished that month. You are then able to minimize each day so that you can focus on one day at a time if you prefer. The data entry will vary depending on how many areas you fished in one day. If you fished in one area, you will enter the number of pots set, hauled, and the soak time. You will then add the landed weight and the bait type. You can add more than one bait type. If any other species were caught that you would like to record, select the species from the drop-down list and click the plus button, where you will then be able to add the amount caught. If your species isn't on this list, write the information in the comment box at the bottom and a staff member will add this species to the list for the future months. If you fished in multiple areas in one day, you will enter the number of pots set and hauled for each area. And a combined total will appear at the top. You will also add the soak time for each area. When adding the landing data, you will write the total for that day in the top box, and then provide a rough estimate as to how the landed weight was split by area by selecting a percentage from the drop-down box. They must total 100% combined. You can also fill in the bait type used that day. There is a comment section at the bottom where any comments you have for that day can be added. Once you've filled in all the required data, click the Save and Exit button at the bottom. If green ticks appear by the landing data, you can submit that catch return. It will then ask you to clarify the days you fished. If these are correct, then fill in the name of the landing port, and sign your name in the declaration box at the bottom. Before clicking Submit Catch Return. Now you have submitted your catch return and it will show as data submitted.